Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Chargers. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Returning it, John Ross. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. So Dalton now into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return will stop right around the 25. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Following the interception here, Rivers. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Damian Ratley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Walton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Another chance for Dalton. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. How about the big boys? Snagging one. You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A first down throw here for Rivers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. Rivers now to throw on first down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Rivers. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Carlos Dunlap in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Play fake. Rivers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Geno Atkins. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Obi Melifonwu with the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Rookie Derwin James with a pick, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Rashawn Perriman, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 24. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Here's the rookie from the U, Mark Walton. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. This is taken around the 12. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Green 80! Green 80! Q. Buffalo wall. Hey, go orange 5-4.
They just got that play off. Now Rivers looking deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Set, block 15. Watch 30. Hey!
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Block 11. Q. White.
Rivers on 1st down. Got an open man. It's Rattling. And he'll go down at the 28. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out.
Set. 180.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Set. Delta. Buffalo wall.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Buffalo wall.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Hey, go orange.
Rivers now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Delta! Done! Hey! Coming to you, White!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps away to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So 1:56 to play in this 1st half.
Here you go, man.
We'll come back to Southern California after this. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, left.
On play action, Rivers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Damian Rattling, 84 yards. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
The Bengals getting set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Dalton up, play action. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown LA. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Chargers. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Coming up, the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals take on Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers.
And we drop you in at the start of this next possession in a 3-0 ball game. They go play action. Rivers. Man open, that's Damian Rattling. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The numbers for Hunter Henry from a week ago. 5 catches, 52 yards.
You think the head coach and the offensive coordinator are able to pull the earplugs out now, because all week, all they heard was You know, Coach, they can't guard the pass at all. I mean, they're next to last in the league. Let's throw it on every down.
Yeah, last week we saw the numbers. This week going against second to last in the pass defense area. Good for him. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the play.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Chargers have... After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5.
Hey, left. You. Buffalo walk. 5-4. Hey, go orange.
Out of his end zone, Rivers. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A gain of 32 that time.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Stay there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I know a lot of coaches like the toss play because they think it can be a real momentum shifter. Give the ball to that back who can get to the corner and turn it upfield. And on this play, that's exactly what they got, including a first down.
Play action now, Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Intentional grounding, offense.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. To throw is Rivers. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Good. 380. Alpha.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Set. 380. Let's go.
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and he'll take this back down in. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Off play action. Rivers. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Rivers now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Set. Round 80.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Henry. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when and told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played.
After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5.
Black 11. Red.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. So we have reached halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some... 1st and 10. Rivers. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Zero. Hey, left. ReefHood.
Rivers now on 2nd down. He's got a man. Complete. The 20. Touchdown, LA. Rashad Perriman, his 11th touchdown of the year. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Alpha. 5-4. Hey, left.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. That's caught out left by Perriman. The 30, 10, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Rashad Perriman is second. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10.
0. White. Hey, I'm going to go load it. Buffalo wall.
1st down, Rivers. Got an open man, it's Rattling. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Play fake, Rivers. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter.
Let's go. 5-4. Hey, hot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter.
12. 0.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check. Hey, Rocket. Hey, left. White.
Again, it's Rivers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, go orange 5-4. Left.
Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And his kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. So out come the Chargers. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent, because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Rashad Perriman. So this offense will head back out there. They're in excellent field position after the fumble recovery.
Ready. 380.
Rivers now after the fumble recovery. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick, there on the coverage. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of the lead? Or do you try and extend?
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards on the play.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Henry's got it out on the left side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Throwing here, Rivers. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Rashawn Perriman from 8 yards out. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late.